winning rugby's lineal world title is only half the battle. The other half is how long you can keep it for. We call that a run. So you have the first match where you take it off your opponent. So you just win this title by taking it off the team that currently holds it. And we can track that all the way back to the first international in 1871. And once you've taken it, that's your one, right? That's your match where you've won it. And then from there, you can move into defences. And your first defence takes you to 2 because you're 2 matches in the run. So how have teams done? So you can see Samoa, Argentina, Romania have all won the Shield. They've never successfully defended it. So their runs are all stuck at 1. And then you get into teams where they've had a few. Now, Japan have actually held it twice. Both times for 3 matches, which I think is kind of interesting. Scotland, well, actually, their best runs come pretty long ago. They've had the odd hold in more recent times, but typically they haven't been able to keep it for very long. France, shockingly bad, if I'm totally honest with you, for the amount of quality teams they've had over time. Their ability to retain the Shield is bloody awful. But they have got to 6 once. Wales and Australia both on 8. And, hey, look, that's pretty good, right? And then you start to get into the kind of elite double figures. Now, for context, England's best ever is 10. They've done that more than once. They did that with the 2003 team. They also did that in the 1800s. They have the chance to match that this weekend. So as I speak to you right now, England will be defending the lineal world title against New Zealand at Twickenham this weekend, because England have held it now for 9 matches. They took it off France in February, and they have held it ever since. So they have a chance to meet or match their best ever, and then they have the chance to try and push onwards to the rest of the elite. South Africa, that 12 is remarkable because it was done from 1937 through to 1953, a long time ago. And a long period of time in order to be able to kind of keep the Shield, but not that many matches. There was the small matter of a world war. Ireland is way more recent because that Irish one actually started in 2022 and didn't end until that quarterfinal. Prior to that 17-match run by what was a very good Irish team, they had really only managed, I think it was like 6 or 7 was their best. Goodness, I'd have to go back and check. But it really was a huge step up. And then this New Zealand run was done in the late 1980s. They won it off of France in the 1987 Rugby World Cup. And they then subsequently took it all the way through into, I think it was 1990. I do know they lost it to Australia. And that Australia side of the early 90s was actually a very good side. I think people forget them and also the early 2000s Wallabies. Anyway, I should get sidetracked. But those teams don't get the credit they deserve sometimes, I think. This is all the teams who have held it. Imagine if we were telling all these stories. Imagine if we were able to kind of bring this to life. I'm trying. Join me.